Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a brake lights effect on Midnight Race in Tokyo. Let's get going. So first we're going to be starting off with a new clip, and then we're going to shorten it. Now that we have the video shortened, in this case the R32 is going to be the subject. So what we're going to need are 4 brake lights. And in order to do this, I usually start with a circle and change the blending into screen. I usually align them to each of the brake light shapes of the car itself. In this case, I'm going to be coloring yellow, and that's because I'm going to mix it up with a red color to make an effect of blending sort of thing. By doing that, I have to apply a glow effect around the circle and color this red. And now I had to do some little adjustments. Now I'm going to be blurring both of the effects in order to blend in the 2 colors that I chosen. Now that I have successfully blended the 2 colors and applied a glow effect, I'm going to be resizing them just a little bit. And then I'm going to be duplicating them to each of the rest of the shapes. Now that I have placed them on their where they're supposed to be, I'm going to be adding another set of those, the exact same thing, but I'm going to apply an effect called flickering to make them look like they're dynamic. So I'm going to duplicate each of the brake lights, and whatever is on top of the base brake light, I'm going to be adding an opacity effect, flicker, meaning the frequency and the strength, leave it as it be. Now that I have applied the flicker effect on each of them, here we have a dynamic kind of lighting. Now that we have that ready, we're going to be adding an effect of an animation to brake lights. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to be adding another circle from the base themselves. We're going to name this animated. Now that we have 4 animated brake lights, what we're going to be doing is we're going to add a opacity keyframe. So in this case, I'm going to add 2 keyframes from one end to another, and I'm going to set the first keyframe to 0% opacity. This goes the same with the rest of the animated labeled brake lights. Now that we have that finished, it will look like that we have made an animation of the brake lights appearing from the back of the R32. Now that looks less intense, so what I usually do is add a graphing. And there it is. You can kind of see the change over there. If you're not satisfied with this change because it's a bit invisible, you can just simply copy paste them without having to do anything. Now that we have that ready, we're going to save this. Once the export process has been finished, you have successfully made a brake light effect. Now, I'll just be back and I'll speed up the video while I put on the finishing touches. It's not long, but it does the job done. This is just one of the examples of what I do in my for my videos. I hope you enjoy my breakdown, and if you want more, stay tuned and see you on to the next video.